Hello designers, welcome to the Vindicat. In this video, we will discuss selection of pneumatic cylinder and hydraulic cylinder for injection mode. With the help of these cylinders, we can activate side cores, splits and other functions in our injection mode. Before heading to the main calculation part, let's discuss some important theoretical aspects. A designer, before selecting a pneumatic cylinder or hydraulic cylinder, he should be aware of the difference between both the systems. Here you can find the difference between pneumatic system and hydraulic system. The point number one, it's reasonably cheap. Pneumatic system is reasonably cheap as hydraulic system is costly. Here maximum working pressure for a pneumatic is 10 bar, whereas hydraulic system works under application of a 300 to 400 bar. Pneumatic system is faster, as you are aware, it's work with the air, whereas hydraulic system work with the oil, so it's a little medium or slow. Pneumatic system not suitable to application with various load characteristics, okay, whereas hydraulic system is more suitable under variable load characteristics. Pneumatic system constant and uniform speed can't be achieved. Synchronization is little bit difficult, whereas hydraulic system is constant and uniform speed can be achieved. Okay. In pneumatic system there is no health hazard, whereas in hydraulic, contaminated oil may result in a little hazard. Okay. No return line required for hydraulic system, pneumatic system, whereas hydraulic system must require a return line. I'll explain in the cylinder section. Okay, I'll explain what is it. Return line. Pneumatic system not require any specialist service. A semi-skilled person can handle the pneumatic system, but hydraulic system require a specialist service. Pneumatic system, the air leakage, both the system, pneumatic or hydraulic, that there should not be any leakage. So this is the difference between pneumatic and hydraulic. Both the pneumatic and hydraulic system work with the help of pressure which is created by its medium, whether it's oil or it's air. So we should understand what is pressure and its unit. So what is pressure? 1 Pascal is equal to the constant pressure on a surface area of 1 meter square. Here you can find area is 1 meter square. The force acting on it is called a Pascal. So conversion unit is 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton for the meter square. So whereas 1 bar is 1.013 kgs per centimeter square. So, and 1 bar is also 14.5 psi. I have a cut section view of cylinder to explain. These both are inlet and outlet. The fluids enter from this inlet and create a pressure over this surface. Okay, and also fluid comes from this inlet and create pressure on this flat. While forwarding, it will create on this face, and while returning, it will create pressure on this face. Okay, and we have a rod, cylinder rod, piston rod. Okay, this is it's a bore dia. D1 is considered as bore dia. Whenever you are selecting a cylinder, you should consider with the help of this dia. It will comes with dia 50, 100, 80. So the specification of a cylinder always on the bore dia. Okay, and this piston rod, your stroke will be considered with the help of this rod length. Okay, this is going to be your piston rod, and stroke going to be 0 to 1, 1 to 0. So this is going to be your stroke. And main thing here is while the forward, this is called forward and this is called the reverse or retract. Okay, thrust force going to create while forward. Okay, pull force while will create while retract. I just undo it once again. Whenever the fluids enter in this inlet, as I said, it will create a pressure on this bore dia. Okay. Always calculate the area of bore dia. Whether it is if you consider its diameter, you can easily find a area. Assume it's a 5 centimeter square. Okay, 5 centimeter square, it's bore dia. The pressure coming inside this inlet is called working pressure. Okay, working pressure is called P. P into this area we have to multiply. Always this pressure will get multiplied with the equally among this area. So it is P into A. Then you will get the force. Okay, always this is a standard calculation. F equal to P into A. Same way here also the same calculation going to apply, but the difference is here the area is less as there is a piston over here. So the piston if you consider piston having 1 centimeter square, then this written here is a piston rod, then the area going to reduce, so it will become 4 centimeter square. Then your calculation, there will not be a equal force while retracting. The force coming forward is more, and while retracting it going to be less. Okay, this is the main thing. The important thing you should aware of, while the forward position, here the pressure should be 0. There should not be a pressure against the inlet force. Okay, then the fluids which is already occupied over here, it will go off easily if the pressure is 0. Then there will not be any resistance to this force. Okay, that is the main thing. While retracting also same, the fluid which already occupied in this area should go off with the 0 pressure. Then only the force going to be balanced. Okay, while you should always aware the operating pressure which is occurring both the inlet and outlet. Okay, if you know that, then you can easily calculate the force, the forward force or the retract force. Now I undo the functionality which I explained. It is for double acting cylinder. Now I will explain the single acting cylinder. The working function is same. Okay, only difference is there will not be a retract inlet, or what I said, it will not be there in a single acting cylinder. This will not be there. In this place there will be a spring take care of the retraction. Okay, you should aware of the working force of this spring in kilogram force. We should aware. Okay, that is the main difference between double acting and single acting cylinder. Okay, here you can find single acting push type. Its formula, force we are going to calculate pi by 4 into D. It's our area formula into P. P is our operating pressure. Okay. Here the yellow dialog box, you have to fill it as per your cylinder specification. Then you are going to find it's a thrust force in kgs. Okay. Now single acting push type and single acting pull type. Okay, pull type you have to enter, it's a F. F means, as I said, in single acting cylinder there will be a spring, so we have to minus the spring force in kgs. Okay, if my spring force is 50, okay, 50 kgs is going to retract, then you have to minus it. Okay, here it is minus P. Okay, if I am explaining the formula, same thing, the half of the formula will be same, pi by 4 divided by D2, it's our area, then P is our operating pressure. Same way here also same, there will not be a as it is single acting and it is double acting, there will not be a spring, so there is no reduction in spring force. Okay, here also same, in double acting there is no reduction of spring force, but in single acting both the push type and pull type there will be a reduction of a spring. Okay, if I enter my 80 bore dia 80, or it's a bore dia of 100 means I should enter in centimeter. Okay, then my piston going to be 25 mm, then I'm entering its 2.5 centimeter. Working pressure always comes under 5 to 6 bars. Spring force, it is in kgs, is 50. If come to first calculation, single acting push type, okay, P is our operating pressure is 6 and the diameter it's a 100. Okay, I divided it into 2, okay, it's a square, then it is 100, okay, pi by 4, 3.1 divided by 4, same calculation here I written, okay, it comes in kgs. The main, actually this calculation, the result of this calculation is in bar only, but there is no much difference in bar and kg, okay, there is a 1 bar equal to 1.013 kg only, so you can consider directly as kg only, this is not an issue. 4.421 kgs for single acting push. If it is double acting push, you have to, there should be, there will be a piston also, so you have to minus a piston diameter also, so then my 100 going to be 93.8, okay, then same working pressure, operating pressure is 6 and reduction of spring force, okay, then we're going to be 391. Third is same way, my pi diameter of a bore and the operating pressure, there is no spring, it's a 471 kg. Double acting cylinder for return stroke, here for return stroke or piston rod diameter going to be deduction, then it is 93.8, then 6, okay, same way. All this calculation I referred this ashwinarsha.com, okay, you can go to his website and you can find the calculation sheet. There is no calculation sheet, there is a PPT over here, so I taken all the data and I converted it into Excel, okay. This Excel sheet I am going to share with in the description box, and also I am going to share 2 of the links which is for calculators, for hydraulic cylinder calculator and pneumatic cylinder calculator, okay. Hope this video is helpful for you. I request you to drop your suggestions, comments, complaints in comment box. I tried to make a video on as per your request. Yes, I should confess, last 1 month I was not in a place, so there was a delay in making a videos. I should inform you, also I should inform you, I have a salaried job, so this the videos which I am making is not my professional. I am doing it for a hobby and make you guys educate. There will be some delay, please excuse me, and please support me. I seen a lot of viewers not subscribing the channel. Your subscription and your comments encourage me to do more videos, so please comment, please subscribe the channel. Hope you like the video, and I will meet in next video. Thank you.